recording.
And we're recording.
Hey,
I like to copy you.
hey, don't. I don't like that.
I'd like to copy your underwear, but you won't let me take it.
I don't. Hold on.
So, dude really just didn't even know his own wife was calling. Just saying.
You call from the house number that I don't have programmed in my phone.
We've been married for like almost 10 years, right?
8.
Ocho?
Yeah.
Is that like ESPN 8, the Ocho?
Yeah, all Mexicans all the time.
Midget tossing? Oh, yeah. See, but when you're married that long, it's okay not to recognize your home number because you know all it's going to be is a call of complaining.
Well, and see, we've only had that home number for a year. Actually, almost 2 years.
But who has home numbers anymore?
No one.
Exactly.
But we figured with having kids around, if they needed an emergency call.
Well, there is that, yeah.
But
damn kids.
Probably gonna get rid of that here pretty soon.
Well, yeah, but your daughter is how old now?
She's 8.
Oh, she's old enough to have her own
No.
cell phone.
No. 7. 7. She's 7.
I just didn't want to throw names out there.
No,
I just took a sip of my tea and it was grand.
I agree.
Yeah.
If we
I would agree too.
Not
I would never want to
throw names out there.
I wouldn't want to throw my wife's name out there, especially when I talk about
certain things,
anal sex and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Apparently she's talking back there. All right.
Well, she is playing WoW, so
Jesus.
We gotta talk WoW.
No, the problem is being stuck on the goddamn computer all fucking day.
That's what WoW does to you.
I mean, we're in the first year of marriage. I shouldn't have to whack it in the living room. I should have someone mounting me at my request.
But the big screen in the living room.
There's a somewhat big screen in the bedroom.
But it's a bigger screen room.
Okay. That's true. It displays porn better.
Exactly. See, everyone at work was giving me crap when I said I got a 70-inch TV. They looked at me and were like, why the hell do you need a 70-inch TV? I look back at them and say, why the hell don't I?
Exactly. I don't see a problem with it.
They're just jealous, is what it really
More than likely. Have you seen the new TVs that have the curve to them?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I would feel about that.
It's weird.
It is.
What's funnier about
that?
But
I wouldn't mind if someone let me try it out for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
See if I like it.
Every time I hear about those TVs, and I always think of did you ever hear about the Michael Bay interview where he just kind of like flipped out and walked off stage?
Who?
Michael Bay.
I know the name.
You don't know? Really?
No, I know the name, but...
Okay, so I'm the movie nerd.
Right, well, I'm a movie nerd when it comes to internet-free porn. No.
But that's clickbait.
Oh, isn't he a producer? Director?
He produces, directs. He did all the Transformers.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he directed the last Transformer.
Right. His name was in a song, too.
He just did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or he produced it. I don't think he directed it.
It's either on Hulu or Netflix. They have the original from years ago, and I watched it. It was
really?
So cool. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That was badass. But I don't think they had number 2 on there, and that's the one I remember the most.
Oh, you know what? I actually have the first 2 on Blu-ray.
Asshat.
I found them at, that big
nice
Walmart store.
Fucking Walmart.
The best thing about Walmart is going in there at 5:30 in the morning.
I can't lie about that.
Because you just see what humanity really is.
That is so true. I wish I still had the picture. My ex-spouse and I were in Post Falls, Idaho, which is right next to Coeur d'Alene, between there and Spokane. And they have this huge-ass Walmart superstore. We went in there, oh, man, well, obviously her and I were together, so that's been at least 5 or 6 years ago. And I had one of those old cell phones. It was like the flip phone, so it had the keyboard and stuff, and your screen was like, an inch, like the size of our buddy John's penis. And so I took a picture.
What happened to names?
Well, yeah, but John's random. It could be Joe.
It's true.
Could be, yeah, could be Tyler. Anyway, so
I know the size of his penis as well. So.
Actually, Justin's the one who used to throw. I mean, This other friend used to throw it around.
You already said it.
Yeah, I know. But nobody knows his middle and last name like I do. JRP. Anyway, so this guy, he was probably, I would say, mid to early 40s. He's wearing MC. It's white dude. Well, it's Idaho white dude. So he's wearing these MC Hammer balloon pants. He's wearing these little like red slip-on Dorothy shoes. There's no heel. Okay, but the pants and the little shoes didn't match. And up top, he's wearing one of those sweaters inside out, or sweatshirts inside out, with the sleeves kind of cut off halfway down the where the bicep would be. And I shit you not, a fanny pack. And so I'm trying to follow this guy and take pictures of him. And my ex is like, put your phone down. He can see what you're doing. It's like we're walking behind him. But it's so long ago, I don't have the picture.
Oh, damn.
Oh, dude, it was just, I mean, it was a gray.
I almost spit my coffee out when you said fanny pack.
That's all right. It was a gray inside out sweatshirt thing. The pants were like an orangish, they had orange and purple. It was like MC Hammer's, like 80s style. And then the fucking red shoes and the fanny pack.
I saw at Walmart here in the Pacific Northwest, there was a hillbilly couple.
Nice.
Now, you knew they were hillbilly because the guy had the jeans and they were all dirty, and he had like a green, again, shirt that was cut off at the shoulders, and you know, he had some muscles going on. And then the girl he was with was also wearing, you know, jeans and had just like a white shirt on. And she was shaven on her head.
The whole head?
Except for
Oh.
2 strands that came from above her ears, over her ears, and down to about the middle of her back. It was like an inverse mohawk.
Oh my god. You know, I spent a
that
week.
was here in town.
It's
And
one of the things that
you,
the Navy brings you, man. I just.
well, and you got to understand about this town. It's small. Like,
Yeah, relatively. Yeah.
yeah, it's getting bigger, but at the same time,
Well, when you're getting sexy, of course it gets bigger.
yeah. I got to read you this text I got from my wife here real quick. She texts me, "There are 2 crabs." And I said, "What?" She texts back, "2 mother ducking crabs. I think it shed." Mother ducking.
Now, this one I'll have to play. I'm going to put up to the mic too. It's something that my buddy Jeffrey's posted. It's just wrong, but again, it's the South, so you know.
Well, we don't know what comes out of the South. The farthest south I've
Exactly.
been is Kentucky.
Yeah, I've been in certain parts of frickin' Bama, and it was one of my good friends from high school here. Her family is from Alabama, but she was up here in the her father was in the armed services, if you will. And so yeah, I wouldn't say dating, but anyway, we started long distance dating, so I flew down there. And Idaho, Alabama is so weird. I'll get to this video in just a minute. It's so weird because you have like normal people with somewhat normal accents. You drive 2 minutes, and literally there are people living in the camper on the back of the truck that doesn't run, off in the woods, with him and.
And they talk like Brad Pitt from Snatch. Gypsies.
That's a little easier to understand.
Really, that bad?
Oh my god! I mean, it is just like the stereotype: missing teeth and the whole works. All right, so here we go. You ready for this?
Ready.
Let's see if this is loud enough. I hope the audio does it justice.
Oh, he just stuck his finger
In a horse's asshole.
and then licked his finger.
Yep,
Wow.
I'm sharing that shit.
Wow. See.
It's gonna play it again. Okay.
He's doing it again.
I need to
So-
do that. I need to do that. That
Wow.
mustache, man. Okay, I gotta
Wow.
share this. but y'all gots to watch this.
So that is the cure for chapped lips.
Apparently.
You know what's great is that it just auto-corrected it to y'all.
I know, right?
Technology
man.
is such a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah,
It
if
knows us
it's
way
one of
too
those
well.
automatic dildo machines. Have you seen
Yeah.
Bruno?
Yes. No. Wait.
There's so much we got to teach each other.
I'm trying to remember. Bruno is. That's the one where
Borat guy.
Yes,
It's
I know it's
Bruno,
Borat guy. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yep.
I have not seen Bruno. I've seen Borat.
I am a Borat.
And that's it.
All right. Yeah. No. Bruno. You got to see. Now, was the other one the Dictator? No.
I saw that one. That's the one I was thinking. I have seen that one.
It's not in the same format as Bruno
No.
or the other one.
Yeah.
Probably because he's tired of getting his ass kicked, but still. Do you know that he either is still or he was married to
Who was it?
hot little thing? What she was in that Hot Rod movie.
Hot Rod movie. You talking like Need for Speed?
No. Hot
Fast and
Rod.
Furious?
Oh,
Hot Rod. Andy Samberg. Hot Rod.
Yes.
Okay.
It was the girl in there.
Excuse me.
But do you remember who I'm talking about? I don't remember her name, but it's that chick.
I know her name. I can't think of it though.
I could look it up, but it's more fun to sit here and
try to think.
Try and ponder
instead of
because it's some weird
use
name.
our technology.
Anyway, they were banging at some point, but I lost my train of thought. Oh, anyway, so Bruno, you know those old school exercise bike machines? It has the row thing on top.
Yes.
And well, they've got a dildo thing hooked up to it.
Oh, God.
It's on the opening scenes. He's on all fours, and they kind of blur where it would enter the anus, if you will.
Yeah.
The anus. And his little partner's just up there doing this. It's in and out.
That reminds me of South Park and Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison?
No, not Mr. Garrison. The other teacher.
Dude
Mr. Hack.
Yeah, it's Mr. Garrison.
Who?
Mr. Hyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Garrison.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Garrison.
Mm-hmm.
And the one episode where he made that one wheel thing, but it had the two that he had to act like he was jerking off.
I haven't.
And the one that went into his mouth, and you had to act like you were blowing it, and then the one that went in your ass, that you had to act like you were fucking it. So just to get this, it was a self-propelled, or what do you call that? I can't think of the name of it. It's perpetual motion machine, basically.
Nice.
And him doing all this powered the scooter basically around. It was a big circle that went around him.
Oh, that'd be fun shit.
And yeah, it was a good one.
I haven't seen South Park in a while though.
I just watched one.
Actually,
it was called Cock Magic.
See, what bums me out is I'm a big Family Guy fan, right?
Yeah.
But I can't really watch it here with the spouse around because her ex used to watch it all the fucking time. So it just drove her. It's kind of one of those things. She hates it because of him.
Yeah.
That's kind of why it's hard for me to watch Sons of Anarchy because of my ex-wife.
Oh.
Even though it is a good show.
See, I've never watched it.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of biker dudes, but it's got
But it looks
the
really
mom
cool.
for Married with Children.
Yes, Katie Seagal.
Yes, she's. Oh my gosh, the milk producers are not bad.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I gotta get this erection to go away. Okay. I just thought of a coworker and it's gone.
It wouldn't happen to be. I kind of want to talk about.
Bring it.
How we met, because honestly,
we.
I can't remember how we met.
Shit. Well, it was obviously through douche knuckles, but.
Well, which one? There's like 4 or 5.
I have to wonder. Well, I told you the story about Tony and I, and I mean,
we'll call him TC.
right. TC, JF, and myself, right?
Which one?
Which we all know.
I heard about the.
You know who JF is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm also thinking about TS.
Oh yeah, no. TS isn't involved in this.
Then you got GP. JP.
Oh yes, no. Okay, so because TC and I, yeah, that would be JF. Okay, so TC and I are only a year apart. He's a year behind me. for a few months because
really? I thought he was older than you.
no, because his birthday is
It's not today.
within a week or so. No, holy crap! And then from then until May, we're the same age, and then I go up on him a year.
Okay.
Well, anyway, we were in the same class in high school. It was Mrs. Warren. We got her to quit. That she just started. She quit after that one. But yeah, so him and I were both, you know, I wore my Fox. Fox is a motorcycle gear thing. I had my Fox jacket, and so we just started BSing. Oh, you ride bikes? Me too. We must have gone out like, I don't know, 5-6 times out riding together, and we were always talking about this friend of ours, JF, but we had no clue, right? Because it's like, oh my gosh, that sounds like my buddy Johan, whatever. And like, yeah, man, this guy's so funny. He does this. Oh, you got to meet him. You got to meet him. So it was, I don't know, it was a while later, and I think TC called me from JF's place and was like, hey, got to come, you know, come over and meet my friend. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I can't remember if I was going to stop by his place anyway on my way to find out wherever he was at. And so I walk in the door and there's TC and we're like, oh, this one. Realized like for months we were talking about the same person. We had no idea.
Can I go back to something that you just said that really interests me?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you were going to stop by at his place to see where he was at.
Right.
Don't you kind of miss those days?
Yeah.
Because now it's, I'm going to grab my cell phone, I'm going to text this person. Oh, I haven't got a response in a minute. I'm going to have to call this person.
Exactly.
Oh, now I'm going to just have to Google Earth. Edit point. So, our recording stopped on us for whatever reason. But,
probably because we were being dicks.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. But when you got dicks, what else are you supposed to do?
Not sword fighting with dicks, let's be honest here.
We didn't get too frisky with each other.
Yeah, not yet. This is a trial run.
Exactly.
Well, more. Oh, I thought that said TC for a minute. I'm like, no way.
She's reading our minds. She sent me a picture.
Is it one that I should or should not see? You guys been married long enough. You don't send this kind of pictures anymore.
No. Of 2 fucking crabs. I'm sorry. 2 mother ducking crabs.
All right, dude. So
that's a picture of 2 mother ducking.
All right,
crabs.
I'm just saying his wife just sent him a picture of some crabs. So take that for what you will.
One is purple and one is red.
Whatever goes on in your house, man. Wow, terrible.
Sorry to go back to what we're kind of talking about. You know, I'm just gonna Google Earth, kind of jump off where it stopped recording on us, and it's like I miss the days. Like I'm old enough to remember when these things weren't shoved in our face and in our pockets. And I don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna Google it real quick. It's like you either knew it or you knew a buddy that knew it, and your buddy that knew it was a fucking expert on it.
Right.
It did whatever he said. That was the truth.
Well, that and, you know, the whole having to stop, find a payphone because you can't find where you're going. And it was so funny because I remember when cell phones when they got to the point where anyone could really get one. And I had this one that was a flip one where you had to punch the thing 3 times to get whichever number you... Yeah. No, it was a little Verizon.
Oh, no, the T9 came out where, you had to... That's the kind of work phone I have right now. Sending text messages.
Yeah, if you're trying to text someone, you're hitting like 1, 2, 3, C, and then you go to another one. Oh, what a pain in the ass. But no, those days...
I got so good at that, I could drive and type it in as I was driving, give it a quick look, and hit send.
Yeah.
Like, that's how anxious, I guess, we were for the technology. So, I mean, it's our own fault, but it's still kind of irritating.
Well, that's one thing I hate about phones is, you know, the iPhone 6 wasn't out when I got this. And by the time I'm ready to renew, it's going to be the iPhone 8 or something. They just progress too goddamn fast.
Yeah,
that's like, why not just keep enhancing the programs and download the new features until the new one comes out?
Because they're always trying to make the hardware better, the camera's better, and they're always updating.
Well, it's all about money too.
System.
That's a whole nother subject we're gonna go over someday. Is money. Oh yeah. Don't worry, I'll keep my pants on. I'll keep my pants on for that one.
No, I want you to take them off. Thank you.
I hope that works. Nice. I looking probably, but I can't see them.
Well, I mean, you just listen to the sound of her voice.
Pretty bad.
That is one thing we must never do.
What
Is
is that?
put our pictures online.
Well, at least not yet.
Yeah. I mean, haven't you ever listened to the radio and been like, I wonder what that person looks like?
No,
I
because
know.
now I can pull out my cell phone and look at their picture.
I actually did that one time. I was like, because it was a chick, and I was like, you know what? She actually sounds pretty hot. She was. It was 107.7.
The end, yeah.
Yeah, and I forget her name now, but she worked the late shift, and I was like, huh, she actually sounds pretty hot. I wonder what she looks like. Ew.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
what they used to say, a face for radio.
Yes, we definitely have those.
Yeah. Wait.
Well, I
hold
do.
on,
I'm sorry. I projected myself onto you. I apologize.
Jeez. Like I said,
I
plus
have a
size. I am plus size goodness here. Plus size male model. And a professional high fiver. Let's not forget that.
I'm just a nerd. You can
Yeah, but that's
imagine.
okay. I think
Nerds are becoming the heroes.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say we're getting into the time where nerds are
Cool.
exactly.
I mean, actually, that's part of like I listen to the Nerdist.
Nerdist is good. I haven't listened to podcasts as much lately because I don't feel like I have the time.
See, I've been finding that as well. Just actually coming off of night shift, I've not had the time, and I lost my good set of headphones.
Well, there's that. I've got the Apple ones, which are so much more improved.
Yeah.
And then I have a set of the Bose in-ear ones.
Yeah.
They're starting to come apart, but they still work. They're damn good.
I got these kicker ones that are really
Yeah.
nice, except it only works in the right ear, which is fine, because then when I'm doing
As long
chores
as you
around
can
the
get
house,
full sound, though.
oh
As
yeah,
long as it's not cutting out.
no, and but the great thing that I love about it is that it's got a little button.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm listening to a podcast and my wife's trying to talk to me. Click, pauses.
But does that tune the wife out?
No.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that noise you just can't tune out.
Oh.
I tried to teach my daughter when she was learning to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what does mommy say? Nag, nag, nag. And she did it once. She did it once in front of her, and yeah, that didn't go over too well. Don't teach her that.
As long as you got it.
There's a cat.
Getting strangled back there, man. Oh, it's their feeding time. That's why.
Who's pounding the pussy?
Bastards. Huh?
Who's pounding the pussy? We're out here. What the hell?
Well, there's two pussies in there,
Oh, that's true.
and there's one out here.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh well, they can wait. They're spoiled as it is anyway. Oh yeah, we never did. We sort of strayed off track, which is my ADD and stuff.
Well, it's mine too, because I don't even know what track you're talking about.
Oh, how we met.
Oh yes.
We went off on
The
TC,
whole
JF, JP,
TS.
TS. Too bad
So-
AS doesn't have a middle name that starts with S.
I'm trying to.
Well, like-
I'm trying to remember.
What? AS's middle name?
Yeah.
I know.
I know. Oh, it's R.
The hell?
No?
You know who AS is?
Yeah.
The redhead.
Yes.
Well,
I just saw her yesterday. Actually, I had to watch her kid. Apparently, XS had to go to the hospital
that seems to happen
often.
from yes.
Well, not often, but I
Yeah.
Oh yes.
We're having too long a break. We weren't making out. We wouldn't do that without you guys being able to see.
I think I was talking during that time.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, so now I remember.
But yeah, I mean, well, which one of those people did you know, or did we actually meet through the church?
No, I don't think we met through the church. You know,
Which I
honestly
didn't go to, by the way.
I did.
We just had friends that.
Let's
Yeah,
clarify that
we'll
we're both quite atheists.
Right.
I've been an atheist. To quantify it would probably be 10 years. Because honestly, I used to be very involved and very.
See, and that's why
religious.
I think I have to remember you from back then too, because I kind of remember that.
No, but I wasn't. I was
What I mean,
good friends with everybody.
right? Because I think you were just the
And I
one
think-
guy in the background. I didn't know you too well. Then.
That's usually me, the one guy in the background.
Is that you with the binoculars?
It's
Well,
me.
technically, that was you at the wedding.
Yes.
You were the guy in the background.
Who had a
But I
horrible
have to
cough,
say,
shoved his
worked
face
the
in his
music
volleyball.
rather well. There was I didn't hear any faults.
I hope not.
No.
But
Oh yeah.
what I most in
Oh yes, we're godless heathens. That's what
Yes.
we're on. Yes.
but what I think happened was that I was over at TS's house
Mm-hmm.
and you and TC came over.
More than likely.
And I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's the most likely scenario that I can think of where we would have met.
Were you there for the cat incident?
No, but I heard about it.
Okay.
I thought the cat incident happened in JB's old house over there on.
No. The time when I sat on
Yeah,
the chair.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
that was
Oh,
TS's place.
that was TS's place.
Yep.
No, but that same cat, didn't it come? Oh no, that was a different cat.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is it's AS's cat, and she was at her little school dance, and I had to go pick her up with her dad. And they laid in the back of my truck in the bed as I drove him home, because he had to tell her, because we weren't sure at the time if the cat was going to make it or not.
Yeah.
Because I crushed its head, essentially. It just broke its jaw. He was fine. They gave him some pills, and when you heard him eat, you could hear it. Yeah. But the cat didn't care. He was fine. He was all doped up. But that was the time. Okay. All right. We're straying again with the stories we're telling. When we were at the vet, they had a legless lizard in a cage.
So it was a snake.
No, it was like huge. It was huge.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
So yeah, it's this legless lizard, and AS and TS's dad would be RS, and dude must have stared this thing down for, well, what we thought was 10 full minutes, probably more like 2 or 3. But he won a staring contest with the legless lizard. Who does that? Just saying. My hat's off to you on that.
That's more of a man than I will ever be.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially after your ball removal surgery.
Dude, okay, so we've had 2 kids.
Yeah, but I guess you would have had to have them for that.
Yeah.
Well, you've gotten lucky at least twice then.
And we don't want to have any more.
Right? Well, I'm
No.
not chopping them off.
I don't.
If you want to take some good stuff, I'll cut you open.
Dude. Seriously.
He's sitting here seriously considering it.
No, like.
No. I get where you're coming from. The fear of.
It literally feels like someone kicks me in the balls. My balls hurt right now.
Just thinking about it?
Just
Or
thinking
did you
about
already
it.
do it?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
I can still make babies right now. You want to go?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Okay. I've had this conversation like 3 different times with 3 different people. Every single time, I'm like, they're like, what's wrong with you? My balls hurt.
But my old man was saying, though, after he got it done, he had a little more confidence to go out and about.
Makes sense.
Or at least maybe it was when he was single, he had more because I
Yeah.
think he did it when him and my mom were still together. Poor guys. My mom, he obviously never had sex. I was adopted. My mother's a saint. I'm an atheist who has a saint as a mother.
Mm.
But no, he was enjoying it. But no, in that movie Bruno, there's a
We're
part.
back to Bruno.
Hold
We're
on.
all over the board here.
But he was there's a part where he's trying to get into this thing, and he's like, I know him over there. I know this guy over there. He tried to make my face pregnant. It's hilarious because he's a gay in the movie.
Yeah.
I just like to say a gay, but yeah, I just love that line. He tried to make my face pregnant. And believe it or not, I had to think about it for 2 whole seconds. I'm like, what are you? Yeah, I've tried. I've never tried that.
Tried to make someone's face pregnant?
Yeah. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you? But
I may have tried once or twice.
fuck, dude, every guy's.
You know what? Actually, that
Uh-oh.
reminds me.
Yeah, that's what we need to talk about in case our friends are listening. When you're hunched over, balls resting in your face. No, have you seen? Have you seen? Oh man, it's got Jack Black, Steve Zahn.
Saving Silverman.
Yes, thank you. The scene where he's all
I'm
hunched
the
over
movie
trying
nerd.
to get his. That's fine. When he's hunched over trying to suck himself off. That's funny.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, it's
I just saw it not too long ago.
it's just a quick couple of seconds because
Was it Jack Black who was trying to do
no,
it?
Steve Zahn who was trying to do it because they showed it from the side and I guess a phone was ringing and he had his legs hunched over and he's trying to reach for the damn phone because I guess there was some conversation about being able to do that or trying to get your
Yeah.
suck yourself.
Pull a Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, he's like, I've never done that, and then all of a sudden there's a quick scene where he's trying to do it. It's hilarious. But I'll tell you who can do that. I guarantee you is JF. Because
Even with how small it is?
well, you'd think so, but no, okay. I can't remember what the hell we were doing. It was something about flexibility, and so he was able to get laid on his back, and then he put his legs up around, and he could basically put his head right at his crotch. But that's not what we were going for. But it was funny. He did that, and we all looked around like, mm-hmm.
We know what he does in his spare time.
Yeah. Which, in a way, at the time, we were making fun of him. But we were all jealous in a way.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, see, that's what I was going to bring up. That's porn. Okay. I cannot watch any kind of porn where there's a blowjob scene and all I hear is.
You do that so well.
It's so thank you. It's distracting and it's gross and like I don't know. They pull out and there's just drools of spit coming out of their mouth to the fucking dude's cock. And
Oh, that is kind of weird. Yeah, I don't.
It's just like
it's like the violent deep throating almost.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's just yeah.
That weirds me out, and you hear stories about dudes that go and get their dicks stomped on by chicks in high heels. It's like I want my cock to be loved.
Yeah.
Love on it, not fucking
Yeah. There's some
destroy it.
weird. Now, have you ever seen any German Shiza videos?
Only on South Park.
Sad part is there's a lot of them.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay,
just
would you, if you could do that, if you could pull a JF, have you ever thought about actually doing that?
Oh, I think.
I mean, would you go through with it? I mean, you've thought about doing it, but would you act?
Of course I would, and then I would deny it to anyone who asks, because that's just what we do.
But
I don't give it. See, I'm all about honesty, and so many people or realism, whatever. So many people would do so much shit that they would deny. It's kind of like remember when you were a kid. Well, I don't masturbate. Now we're all like, dude, 6-7 times a day. You know, it's like you open to admitting it. Because now, after you realize that everyone does it, but it's like,
oh, that reminds me of high school conversations.
See, okay. And see, this is what I've had a conversation with a gay friend about. It's like every guy, right now in the gay world, it's fine to be gay. Nobody just wants to know about it if you're a dude. But two chicks can be lesbians as long as they're on, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
And every guy's like, dude, I never suck another man's dick. That's fucking gross. But the fact of the matter is, if you can suck your own dick, then you are. I don't give a shit who tries to deny it.
No, that makes you asexual.
Asexual?
Asexual.
Bisexual? No.
No, it makes you asexual.
I don't know what asexual means. I do,
The
but
singular sex. You don't swing one way or the other. You are only in love with yourself.
Well, obviously, you looked at me.
Well, would you want? I mean, would you want to have sex with a girl? Have a girl blow you when you know you could like? Okay.
Well, yeah.
Have you ever had a girl jerk you off?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who does it better, the girl or you?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. So
but
if you could suck yourself off.
True.
Who would do it better, the girl or you?
Well,
or even another dude if we're gonna swing that way.
But no, I would. But a woman can be trained. I can't train myself.
No, because you're already the expert.
Exactly. No, you'd still have to because then you can fondle a boob. I mean, granted, I can't.
That might be a problem.
Yeah.
Although, listen to the little bit that we did, it kind of sounded very. We might have to actually move somewhere and kind of set up some sign. I heard something.
It's loud as shit in there too.
Well, I heard something if you use sheets, if you just like hang some sheets on the wall and maybe put some pillows in the window.
I'm not with the KKK, bro.
Why don't you join us?
Because they're not up here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, for the record, anyone listening, we're well, I'm not racist. I don't know about dude over here.
No,
No.
not at
Did I
all.
ever tell you when I first moved to Idaho, I had my head shaved, not like with a bic, but it
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah. You put.
an eighth of an inch.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
didn't
didn't
even
put
think
any
about where
guard
it
on.
was.
You just
See,
bust out.
most of all those Nazis got moved out of Idaho and down into Northern California. Well, so it's like the first day that I'm there and I'm walking around, I got my hair cut like that, and out of nowhere I get this, "Hey, brother," and it's a popular place. It's a big park right downtown, and I have no idea. We're just walking and talking.
I'm sorry.
"Hey, brother,"
Did
I'm
you say
like,
Coeur d'Alene?
Coeur d'Alene, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah,
again, I know they have that because they had the marches there. But trust me, they drove all those assholes out. But anyway, there's still one or two that remain, and so I hear this, "Hey, brother," I'm like, "Fuck," because it's just dude's getting louder and louder, and I look over, and this guy's making eye contact with me, and he gives me the little Nazi thing,
the Hail Hitler.
and so I'm looking like, yeah, that's exactly what he did, and so I'm like, off to a rally, brother. I'll catch up with you later. I'm like, I'm wearing a hat and I'm growing my shit out. I didn't care if it was summer and 100 degrees, man. But that was actually the only one I saw there in the 2 years that I lived there. God, I had some good times in Idaho.
I remember
I'll keep to myself.
the one and only. Hey, me and you had some good times in Idaho. Remember that bed? Me and you.
Yeah.
Cuddled up.
My ass still hurts and it's been years.
Mine still bleeds. It constantly scabs over, and
I was about to
I have
say
to
the
pull it
same
off.
thing for mine.
That was a fun trip.
Yeah, it was.
God, TC getting the roadhead.
Fucking asshole.
I know. Oh, but I did see her boobies on that trip.
Who's?
I'll say her name because I can't remember her last name.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky bastard.
They're pretty nice.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she was in the
I-
doggy position.
I've seen them, well, and her sisters.
Oh, her sister was so much better.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to them. Their dad was a officer of the law, was he not? I
don't
believe
know.
so.
I thought he was involved in the military.
Well, I think it was both. I think he was retired military.
Oh, and a
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TC would know.
Yeah,
But yeah, her sister
but that was about half a pack of crazy right there. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Um,
I did get to wear her clothes too.
somehow I remember that. Oh man. No, that brings up a whole nother. Sorry to divert for the 150th time.
That's what
When
it's
we
all
lived
about.
in Phoenix, Arizona, we were on a break, and I borrowed my buddy Travis's car. You met, well, obviously, he was
Yeah.
there at the wedding.
Yeah. And I met him before
Sorry,
that too.
TR. So I borrowed his car, which is cool because he had he had this old Saturn, which we called Performance Saturn, because he had fancy silver Walmart special hubcaps
Nice.
on, so it's Performance
Were
Saturn.
they
But
spinners?
no,
Plastic
I don't think
spinners?
they were spinners.
Oh.
But anyway, so he let me borrow that to take JF and TC to JF's stepdad's place in.
Oh man.
California,
All these initials are getting
I know it's
confusing.
messing with my head. So I'm trying to remember where in California. Everybody knows this place. Anyway, so it's like a good 4 or 5 hour drive, right?
Oh yeah.
And I remember it was awesome because I had a bunch of CDs. Remember those back then when that's all you had? Actually, I still remember having a cassette deck player in my truck, thinking that was awesome. Anyway,
I do remember the pencil.
yes,
Mhm.
to rewind the damn tapes.
All our older listeners will know what we're talking
So
about.
this is back when we had recorded a bunch of stuff off Napster, right, and threw it onto these CDs.
Oh, Napster.
And so it was just me, TC, and JF. So I drove them all the way there, and on the way back, see, Travis had put in these really nice.
You mean
I think they were
TR?
Rockford Fosgates. Yeah, TR. And put in these nice Fosgate speakers in the door. There was nothing in the back two speakers, but he had a Infinity Beta box subwoofer put in the back, and he had tweeters up front. So I had these techno CDs in there. That trip back was awesome because it was dark and it was I-10.
Mm-hmm.
Odd numbers south, even numbers east and west.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Because you got I-90.
Right. So but it was badass. So anyway, I pull up, just on the freeway, and I see this. It's starting to get dark, right? But so you can still see a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's this Geo Metro in the slow lane, and it's angled. You know, the driver's side is lower, so obviously it's a person of girth, shall we say? But he's kind of all over the road. So I'm thinking, well, here's this drunk guy, so I'm going to hurry up and get past him. He wasn't drinking.
He was asleep.
He was beating like mad. No, I'm not lying. And here's the crappy part, right? Oh, he was. He's this big old dude, right? So he's got this wheel right here, his gut kind of in the way, and his gut's kind of bouncing as he's jerking. Right? But here's the best part. See, the Saturn sat a little higher, so I'm looking over. I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of slow down because I'm like,
You're
is
trying
this
to
what I'm
keep
doing?
up with
So
him?
this is the freaky part. He like looks over at me, stares at me for a minute or two. He doesn't stop. He's like, he's just driving. I'm like, oh my god, I will never forget that. This is one of those things. Like, did I really fucking like? I dropped TC and JF off already. It's like, really?
No one else was there to experience. We just have your
Well, he
word.
was there.
Well,
but
let's give him a
my
call.
gosh, if I knew the dude's name, I mean, I know what happens, but oh my god,
I've never had that impulse. Like, I've never been so pent up with myself that I need to, while I'm driving, just rub one out.
Well, see, and I've been bored as shit because driving back and forth between here and over there, it's like a 6-hour trip.
Yeah.
Sometimes by yourself, and it's like, I'm fucking bored. And the thought crosses your mind, but then I'm like, if I crashed the car and died with my hand in my pants, how? Well, obviously, I say you never live it down, but even if you crashed the car and survived, I mean, dude, hand in your pants.
Okay, but see,
or if you had,
where would you put it?
jism all over your hands. I mean,
what? Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
I
do you
didn't
just
even
like
think
wipe
about
it
that.
on the passenger seat when you're done?
I don't know, aim it on the floor or something.
yeah.
and-
Just don't hit the steering wheel or the.
Unless you're one of those people that eats your own and hope you
What if-
shoot it up that high.
What if you're like? Ew. What if you're like Peter North and you hit the?
Why
all
is
know
it
who
that I
Peter
already
North
knew
is.
the last name of that guy before you even finished saying it? And the
And
dude's
you
name
hit
is
the
Peter.
windshield, and it just next thing you know, you're got a fucking jizz covered.
God, that guy could shoot a rope, man. Holy crap. Have you ever watched his compilations? Not that I would indulge in such nonsense. It was a friend, obviously.
Of course, I've watched these. I'll fully admit it.
I just...
I'm a sick man.
I know. It's just like, it won't stop. It keeps coming. It's like you can even see the girl, like, taking it all in going, really?
What?
Still?
Are you still what? Yeah. It's
him,
more like
him and him and Ron Jeremy.
I think I've maybe seen one scene with Ron Jeremy.
He's equipped. Not the best looking guy around.
No,
He's a chubster. He's got
back in his day.
no, but he could work. He was a school teacher.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think like high school or something. He was a school teacher, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna use it. So we did.
But see, maybe I need to go back and refresh my
research.
memory on some Ron Jeremy because I don't
here.
remember him being like, how people are always like, huh?
Mm-hmm. Which
So-
everyone exaggerates.
Hey, as long as you look that up on that thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, because you can, not going to get a virus just by pictures, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, keep talking for our fans.
Excuse me, I'll cough into the mic. What was I gonna say? Crap. And the squirrel has attacked.
It has. Oh, yeah, images.
There's an NNDB. What's an NNDB?
I have no idea. Really?
There's Ron Jeremy.
I thought I had the safe search off of this thing.
Well, no. So you're gonna have to fix that if we were gonna look at Ron Jeremy's penis.
Because I thought I had it.
Go to here.
What the here with fucking okay.
Let's go to settings. Autofill. This is interesting.
Do you not have an iPad?
I do have an iPad, but mine's all set up, so I think you need to sign into Chrome, and then it will. No, you're signed in.
Yeah. See, punk ass. Oh,
Don't allow.
Don't send me notifications.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, got it. Everyone's sitting here going, dude.
Content settings.
Content.
Set cookie. So this is interesting pod. Okay, now search. Let's search for it again.
Dude, look at that shirt. It's got balls coming out.
The collar.
To the guy's neck and his head. Well, yeah,
he's a dickhead. Well, there's one.
But it wasn't real. Oh, you know what? Maybe we're supposed to do, and then you type in
dick porn.
Like well, I'm just saying if you're looking for. Okay, so that's not even erect. Yeah, that's not bad.
All right.
Oh, look at him. See what he's doing?
Oh my God! No.
Yeah.
No. Ew.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Well, it's the hair, yeah. But,
okay, this
which is
better.
why I couldn't be gay.
This is better.
Yeah.
I mean, at least.
But that's. I mean, he's already in there like an inch or two.
Wow.
Yeah. Just not.
I don't
fair.
know. Maybe. Cause see, look. Right.
Yes.
Maybe we'll cut all this out. Right there. Oh, that doesn't look big to me.
Well, yeah, but look at the size of his little hand. Right? See, myself, I can get two whole. No. All right. Here's what we're gonna check out.
Okay.
Who's bigger, Ron Jeremy or Peter Nolan?
Lex Steele.
Bigger. Ron Jeremy. You know, I like the idea of doing this based on movies because you can be, talk about movies and have fun.
Yeah.
But who says you can't throw in a porn here?
Exactly.
What's that old one? The Dallas
Deep Throat?
Cowgirls.
Oh, Debbie Does Dallas.
Thank you. They made a few of those.
I am also a porn nerd.
That's how it should be. A man who doesn't see another thing. Problem I have with the church. They all deny that shit.
Oh,
Bullshit.
yeah. The big problem is they're a bunch of hypocrites, really.
Nerd war versus what?
Nard War.
Anyway, I'm gonna spend hours
yeah.
researching this. All right.
Let's talk about some nerd news.
Yes.
Have you seen the new trailer, the teaser trailer for Star Wars Episode 7?
Oh, Jesus. We're going to hear fights on here. I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy.
That's fine. I'm not either. But in nerddom...
But no, I haven't. See,
what?
We don't have cable.
Now we're going to have fights.
Well, no, because we don't have cable. So I don't watch. All I have is Netflix,
okay.
Hulu, and our video, our DVD collection. Have you seen our DVD collection?
Yes.
We've got more than one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can understand because you did not seek it out.
Right.
That's the only way you would have been able to see it.
Right. Keep these people entertained. I'm going to go get some water. I would provide you with some because we don't have.
I would actually love some more coffee.
You want some of that? Yeah.
Yes.
Which one?
It's the same one I had before. We are cutting that out. The new trailer has me.
Nude trailer?
The new trailer. It can't be nude. Sorry, it's Star Wars. I do love Star Wars, but Star Trek is more fascinating to me. What did you do? And it's magical.
Apparently.
All right.
Okay. My tea wasn't done.
So, this new Star Wars trailer is just a teaser,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Has me excited and wanting more because you get this desert shot and you automatically think of Tatooine. You're like, yes, Tatooine. And if anybody's they're following it, they know that there's going to be a lot of stuff on Tatooine. And then you see something you didn't think you'd ever see, and that's a black guy in a stormtrooper outfit.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I have heard that, yes.
You didn't think you'd ever see a black guy in a stormtrooper outfit.
And people have problems with it.
What, I have problems with it. It's fine by me.
I know.
I'm very equalist that way, but
go ahead.
And you hear this deep dark voice come across saying something has awoken. And of course, the tagline for, well, not the tagline, but the title of the movie is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. They didn't add Episode 7. They didn't do any of that. So Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Hmm.
Somebody's talking about something has woken up. That's loud.
Woken a sleeping
You
monster.
see a black man dressed in a stormtrooper outfit.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I got about what I got last time. And then the music kicks in all at the same time. Oh, the other one, sugar free.
What?
Yeah, I want the caramel one. No sugar free.
Oh, it is sugar. Oh,
Oh, that other one's sugar free too.
sugar free.
Oh,
Whichever one. We get
that's
sugar.
better. That's better.
What the? I don't know what you did.
All right, fine.
Anyway, The Force Awakens. My pants.
The best thing. Oops. About it, you see stormtroopers and um, they. It's very J.J. Abrams esque, and
Sure,
I'm very
sure,
excited
sure.
about that. But the last thing you see is the Millennium Falcon
Hmm.
battling some TIE fighters. And
Sure,
it's
sure.
on Tatooine, and it just looks. I
Hmm.
want more. I want more.
I'm gonna have to see it then.
December of next year.
Next year? They're
Next
advertising
year.
it now. And
Yes.
it's next year.
Of course they're going to advertise it now.
Shit.
Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. Money. It
Money.
goes the same with the phones, and it goes the same with entertainment.
It's gonna be
You know,
everything, dude. I got a whole
This is our society nowadays.
days on money, man.
But this is even football. Why
Mhm.
do people pay these players so much money just to play football? It's because society has deemed this entertainment,
Mhm.
and they
Absolutely.
really want to see this, and people will pay to go watch these players play football. And it may sound like I'm dissing on football, but I love football. I am at my core a Seahawks fan.
Well, is that why we spend so much time tackling each other?
Yes. Why you're Russell Wilson and I am Marshawn Lynch. But that's why they're advertising a year ahead. I mean, it was announced a year ago that J.J. Abrams was going to be directing it. That may be off by a little bit, but we've known since the Disney
That is true.
Lucasfilm merger that they're going to make the next 3 Star Wars movies. And to put it out a year, they're just wetting everybody's beak, getting their pussies wet to go, this is what we've got so far.
Mhm.
Wait for next year.
Well,
Over a
it's
year.
a smart thing though, because you can get so many people anticipating it, and then you're gonna have riots at the movie theaters, but they'll make millions and millions.
Millions. Especially if it's good. Because see,
Oh
here's the
yeah.
problem. The first 3, yeah.
Yeah.
You go
They were
back
kind
and
of.
go back and rewatch them. It's like,
I don't know if Jar Jar was a good introduction.
no, Jar Jar was gay. My
Yes.
wife loved Jar Jar. That explains a little bit about her.
No, female.
Yeah. So if it's good, like J.J. Abrams did with the last 2 Star Trek movies,
Mhm.
it is probably gonna blow Avatar and Titanic out of the fucking water.
I still like watching Titanic. Boobs.
Kate, not
Winslet.
yeah, Kate Winslet.
Yeah. He almost said Beckinsale, huh?
Oh, wish. Where are her boobies? We watched
Oh, they were just in my head. Sorry.
Click the other day. That was in my head.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a long time.
I know it was on Netflix, and I was like, I'll watch this.
See, I'm really weird. I like some adventure movies, like definitely space movies. Contact, one of my all-time favorites.
Oh God, I haven't
Apollo
seen that in a long time.
13, and I just
Apollo
got
13's good.
which I don't have. It got
Oh,
lost, so
no.
I got to get that one again. But movies like I just bought the Blu-ray 3D edition of Gravity.
Nice.
So it comes with the Blu-ray 3D, the regular Blu-ray, and the DVD. And I
Nice.
got the digital copy.
Nice.
I like that one, this newest one. But I like some adventure movies like Sahara. I love that one.
I never saw it actually.
Oh, it's a good one. I mean, it's not a space movie, obviously, but I love that one.
Well, they're all fun. It's like the National Treasure movies.
Yes, those were good.
I like them.
People diss on
Nicolas
Cage, which he's a dork, but he's a good dork. I like him.
Well,
There's really not
the
much
big
that I
why he does all these movies is
Mm-hmm.
because he got in trouble with his taxes. He's
Oh,
trying
did
to.
he?
Yeah, oh yeah. He almost pulled a Wesley Snipes,
Oh
and so he's
man.
got to pay the taxes.
Oh damn.
And he didn't go to jail, and instead he made a bunch of crappy movies, and that's why they give him crap.
Hey, do what you gotta do though. But he shouldn't have done the
If people,
back
again,
crap in
it
the
goes
first
back to
place.
if people are willing to pay to see it,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be in the theaters or buy the DVD, Blu-ray, or whatever, they're gonna get paid
Mm-hmm.
to do it. But you know what movie he did just recently, here in the last couple of years, that was fantastic?
What's that?
Kick-Ass.
That was good. That
I
was good. People gave
really
him
liked
shit
it.
for how he died in it, but that was great.
How? I don't explain that to me because I liked how he died.
Well, no, just how he was like screaming and stuff like that. They said it was just over the top, but I don't know. I thought it was
But
good,
that's kind of the way that
and that's how it should
the
have been
whole
for that
movie
movie. I haven't
was.
seen Kick-Ass 2 though.
I saw Kick-Ass too.
Nice,
Not as good as the first one.
because I bought it. I thought I was buying it on DVD, but I got it on Blu-ray. It's in one of those Blockbuster old cases. But hey, I got it for $5.
Nice.
But no, I'm trying to remember all the space movies because there's Contact, Apollo 13, and I have Gravity. But there's others. I'm trying to think of. Oh, no one. Which one I just watched recently? It's not. It's kind of a space movie at the end, but Explorers.
Explorers.
Oh, dude, you got to see that if you haven't. Old movie from when I was a kid. It's these three kids. One of them is Ethan Hawke, but he's a kid,
Oh wow.
right?
Yeah.
And
What a cool name, by
River
the way.
Phoenix.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, River Phoenix is in it, and he plays this little science nerd, right? Because his whole family's they're all scientists.
Okay.
He develops this thing that no, okay, start over. Ethan Hawke has this weird dream, okay, and he wakes up and he draws this thing out that he saw in his dream, and his buddy River Phoenix gets a hold of it, and he's this scientist, and it's on one of those old computers. It's the big monitor with just the black and green,
Yes.
you know.
Like Apple One or
Right.
the first Macintosh.
So anyway, he's able to use this thing that he dreamt up, and he creates this. It's like this sphere, right, that he can control, and they can go all over the place in it. He can make it move around and stuff, and they end up building those old tilt-a-whirl machines.
Mm-hmm.
They get that, and they make a little ship out of it, and they go all over the place.
This is becoming familiar.
Yeah, but I remember that from when I was a kid, and at the very end,
Vaguely.
they go up in space, and they get captured by this. Well, not captured. It's not an evil thing, but
Old movies along that same vein.
Mhm.
Did you ever see The Navigator?
Yes, I need to see that again.
Wow, that one's gonna be dated though.
Oh yeah.
Super dated.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think Explorers is on Netflix.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. No, I love that shit.
Um,
Especially because where I work from home, I pull a lot of that stuff up on TV and just have it go in the background.
yeah.
So anybody I work with, I didn't say that.
The space movie that always comes to mind, and it's because I probably literally have watched it 500 times. Spaceballs.
Oh, absolutely. You can't be a nerd of any kind and not have watched Spaceballs.
And you have to love it. I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
You have to love it.
I'm a Mog. I'm my own best friend.
The line that always gets me is, "What are you, Colonel Sanders?
Chicken?" Oh,
I knew
man.
it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
You told us to comb the desert. We're combing it.
Yeah.
Giant ass
You
comb.
guys find anything yet? We ain't found shit.
We ain't found shit. What do you call it? What's all this bubbling and churning? You call that a radar? No, sir. Mr. They've gone to plaid. I picked that
Ludicrous speed. Go.
up. Sir, had you best buckle up? And buckle this. Oh man, Rick Moranis.
Where
He's
did
done
he
some
go?
great stuff. You know
Oh,
where
yeah.
he went, right?
He's up.
No,
Actually,
but I mean, you know why he stopped movies for a long time? His wife passed away,
yes,
and he
yes,
took
I
off
did
to
know
raise
that.
his kids. So
Yeah.
respectful.
Oh yeah,
Respectful,
very.
but
He is still doing some entertainment stuff because I listened to
I
an
think he's
interview
getting
with
back
him.
into it because his kids are getting older.
Well, a little bit. He put out a Christmas album a couple
Like
years
music?
back. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I listened to an interview with him on The Nerdist actually.
Oh nice.
Yeah, it was a real good interview.
Um,
I was really wanting to listen to that one.
see, going back to the
fucking
podcast
Rick
we were talking
Moranis.
about earlier, I don't know if it was on here when we were recording, but because of the time issue, I usually just
Yes.
go through and scroll, and I see who they're
Yeah.
interviewing, and then I like to go listen to that.
And
And
see, I wish I could do that, but I have such an impulse of if I don't listen to every single one
right,
in order,
uh-huh,
I'm gonna miss something. And if, especially with one like the Nerdist,
yeah,
because they'll refer back to something a year ago, and
right.
it's
And
still
if you don't,
funny, you know,
yeah. See, there's
like
there's
noodle stories. If you listen to the Nerdist, you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about. But
enjoy
that's
your
how far.
burrito.
Exactly.
No, there's that one. Of course, Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't listen to a lot of the Joe Rogan podcast, but there's some that are really cool. And he did an interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson. It was really good.
Nice.
Um, oh man, what is it? It's got the funny midget
Brad Williams.
Brad Williams and Adam
And
Ray, who's
it's,
from Seattle area. About last
oh,
night,
yes.
and they've done some good interviews on there too.
I just mainly listen to the Adam Carolla show,
Yeah, yeah.
Doug Loves Movies,
Hmm.
and the Film Vault. The Film Vault is Bald Brian Bishop and
Oh, okay. Well,
and,
Brian, sure.
and Anderson Cowan.
Hmm.
And they were on the whole Carolla network there
Mm.
for a while, and then they split off and did their own thing because
Oh,
their
right on.
producer got fired from the Carolla
Oh
network,
shit.
and so they're like, all right, we're gonna go over. I mean, that's what they've talked about on the podcast. Yeah, that's how long we've talked.
Nice. That's awesome.
Um, and yeah, they just talk about movies and stuff. It's really funny. I like those two together.
Nice. Because there's
And then Doug Loves Movies just
yeah.
is funny because Doug Benson is Doug Benson. I mean, the
I'm not
pothead
familiar
comic.
with- Oh, okay. Right, right. That guy, that guy. I listen to a lot of Kevin Smith stuff. The one with him and Jay Muse.
I haven't listened to any
It's
of his stuff.
it started out as because Jay Muse is back sober again. He's been sober for quite a while,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of what they do is they kind of help keep him sober. So he goes around and he tells old stories from the past and stuff
Mhm.
like that. It's really entertaining though. There's that one, and then there's the one that I'm sure you would like. It's the Hollywood Babylon, and it's Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman.
Yes, I know Ralph
And
because of Adam Carolla.
Right, and
I don't know him personally.
but
I
it's
know of him.
hilarious because they basically it's just a recap of what's gone on in Hollywood that week. But it's those guys, and it's funny
Okay.
as shit.
Nice.
No, it's worth listening to, man. It really is. Did you ever see the one movie that Kevin Smith did is really good? It's that weird. Um,
Red State?
yes,
I did.
Ralph Garman's in that. He's one
Yes.
of the.
One of the FBI guys, right?
No, that's John Goodman.
No, but I thought Ralph Garman was.
No, he was one of the Churchies.
Was he?
Yeah, he was
I
one of
thought
the
he
ones
was-
that was out to kill, or not, that was wanting to kill the kid, and he ended up getting shot and killed in it.
Oh, it's been
But
a while since
the
I've watched
voices
it.
that guy can do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you listen to Hollywood Babylon, dude, he does these voices that are fucking awesome. Because that's one of the parts of the thing,
Yeah.
is people call in, or people call in, they email, and so like, hey, give a shout out to my buddy or my wife, and do it in this voice. And he
Yeah.
does them. It's awesome. The guy's great.
Yeah, I'll have to take a listen to that.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, my shoulder's killing me.
Right?
No.
I was going to pull a one cheek sneak. It
no,
didn't happen.
no. Don't you hate that when that happens?
Oh man. Well, what I hate is when you're a little sloppy and you're like, I hope that came out, and you're like wiggling your ass hoping you feel that pop.
Yeah. No.
Glad it happens.
Then, especially when you're standing there taking a piss, and you're like, oh, nope.
Mhm.
And then you got to stand there and kind of pull your pants down some more and grab
Mhm.
some toilet paper and wipe while
Hope-
you're standing
yeah.
there trying. Yeah.
And see, that's the hard part because you're already by the toilet. If you shit yourself and you're right at the toilet,
Yeah.
come on.
I know.
It's just.
Makes you less of a man, that's for sure.
Here's one little personal, but that's how things go. So like a couple nights ago, wife's in there on the computer, and I'm sitting there reading my book, and it was just like out of nowhere. I'm like, huh, am I gonna make it in time? I mean, just one of those
Oh,
holy shit.
yeah.
So I'm like up, cheeks clenched, trying to walk in because I got a bathroom in my room. I'm running back there. I'm sitting at the toilet. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking make it. I'm not gonna. Somehow I made it.
Yeah.
Sitting on the toilet. Now I'm waiting for shit. and I'm starting to laugh. I'm sure she had her headphones on, so she didn't hear me because
Yeah.
it's like right next to the wall.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh shit, this thing gonna work? This thing gonna work? Sit down.
What?
Now we're going to take our time.
Damn it.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so pissed.
To include in the personal,
Oh,
I had to
yeah.
tell my wife just last night that something black and vile came out of me.
Black and vile?
Vile.
Vile.
Vile, because it was black and vile.
Oh, damn.
It was bad.
Oh.
It was one of those words. Oh,
Oh.
gotta go.
Well, that was... Did you know about the time that I was on the insulin and metformin? It's been a few years now. That's a whole nother story for another time. But Doc was just like, nope, you're diabetic. Gotta put you on all this stuff.
Yes,
But it was me and another doctor convinced that it was something else that triggered that. Because I was already pre-diabetic, but it was something else that ended up triggering. It had a bad effect on my kidneys or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it wasn't producing the insulin that it should. Anyway, that metformin stuff is known to do that. Just like creeps up on you. So I was, for a while, I was scared to leave the house.
Yeah.
Seriously, like you're out in a restaurant.
It's like having irritable bowel.
Yeah. And it's like, is it solid? Is it soupy? You know?
Let me squish around a little bit and find out.
Eventually you get, used to it and it kind of dies down. But, I was so happy when I got off of that stuff. I was only on it for not even, 4 months.
Messed you up that bad?
No, I mean, because usually when people have to get, because there's some people, when you get to a certain point, they just put you on the pill. It's when you're really bad that you have to start taking insulin injections. Okay. So they started me off on that right away. But
my stepdad is diabetic and he has to do the insulin as well.
But yeah, I got off of everything within about 3 or 4 months. That's why, like I said, my other doc and I were thinking it's something else that triggered, because I eventually got better, and no one gets off it that quick. I mean, I made a bunch of changes, but nobody gets off of it that quick. I mean, it's been years. I still check my blood sugar every single, once a week, and it's always perfect, right where it should be. So.
What's his name? Something Sally. John Sally. Who was an NBA player. I think he played on the Bulls and whatnot.
Bulls. Had to go there.
Yes. He's vegan in and throughout. I don't agree with it because I enjoy biting into some meat.
I was just watching Grandma's Boy, making fun of the vegans and their crazy lifestyle. Fucking David Spade, man.
But anyway. He was on this kick here for a while. I haven't heard anything about it. That you can become not diabetic based on your diet.
Absolutely.
And hey, if it works, it works.
No, that's what I did. No, you can still have meat. It's just how you do it. Like, because when that happened, I cut out everything. I stopped sodas, candy, all that. Nothing anymore. All I was eating was just, like just healthy stuff. Greens. I would have, like lean steak, good cut steak, not with a bunch of fat and grease on it, and cut out breads, cut out sugars and all that, and it was just gone. And that's another one for a later time. But, it's part of the reason why healthcare is so bad. Because everybody just wants a pill to cover shit up. They don't want to change how they live.
God. Yes.
And, so there's so much that we're...
Whatever happened to the good old days?
Well,
I say that as an old man at 29. But
so,
really...
Old man at 29, yeah. That's 5 years ago. So,
but no, what happened to I scraped my knee. I can rub some dirt on it.
Oh, shit. Well, like, for example...
my muscles, like my shoulders hurt. I'm not going to take any pills for it.
No.
My knee hurts. I might take some
ridiculous.
Motrin
Well,
for it.
Everybody wants to go to the doctor for a sore thumb or something stupid. And insurance should not be paying for just a basic office visit. It should be there when you need extra stuff. But I'll go back to, like, I worked at a insurance industry in the medical field, and I was helping out on the front desk, right? This lady comes in, I shit you not, she had one of the special wheelchairs for wide.
Oh.
I mean, to say this woman is 500 pounds is being nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay? But here's the deal. She comes in, she has a huge bag of McDonald's, big soda in her cup holder. I mean, you know what I mean? And it was clearly obvious she eating all the shit. Well, she comes in to pay her bill, which is $500. That's how much it costs per month.
Yeah.
And she's whining and bitching about it. just looking at her claims that were pulled up, that our company was easily spending $10,000 a month on her.
Wow.
And here
And
she is.
she was
She's not
paying
doing
for it.
nothing about it.
No.
She's eating her frickin' McDonald's and everything and doesn't do a damn thing. And
she's got the easy life.
she's like, we have to. She's like, $500 a month is too much. I'm like, do you want to know how much we pay for you? I mean, I didn't say that, but
you want to though.
I mean,
You
it's
really
like
want to.
it's like I'm telling her, I'm doing the math. I'm like, do you understand how many people it would take paying what you pay per month just to cover your bills? And that's if they never use their insurance.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Anyway, like I said, that's a whole argument for another story. But
I don't. Yeah. And we're already an hour and 10 into this.
where the hell did we? I don't even know what led into that.
And people wanting pills and.
Right, yeah, but there's something else. Oh, anyway, yeah. So I did all those things to get off of that stuff as soon as I could. Now I've fallen back because it's happened for me. But I still, every day I check my blood. Well, a couple times a week I check my blood sugar. It's right where a normal, healthy person should be. So.
Does that hurt?
Oh, just doing a little prick?
Yeah. You get used
Stings
to
a little bit, but
Yeah.
you get used to it. But yeah, do you know what your blood sugar should be?
92.
Right, somewhere around that range. And it's still slightly high. It's sometimes like 114 and sometimes up in 140, like if I eat horribly. But when I got through all that, or when I started all that, 600.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
Wow.
That's why I was on insulin and everything immediately.
Wow.
But yeah, man, when I got to the point where I didn't need that anymore, that was so nice. Because you had to be on the dot when you put that stuff in.
Yeah. To go back to the pill thing real quick.
Yeah.
Chris, my wife, she was prescribed by her doctor years ago.
Now, is she going to yell at you for telling this information?
No.
Because I'm going to text her about it. I'm going to ask, is this story true?
Delete her number. It's not like you see her at work or anything.
No.
By her doctor for her back pain to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every night.
Well, that's a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So she did that for years. I got off work one graveyard shift. I got off at 8 in the morning. I had to take my daughter to school by 9, and so I got home about 8:30. I get home. My daughter was not ready, and my wife was still sleeping in bed. Pretty much. So I woke her up. I got my daughter up, and started to get everything together.
Sure.
And then the next thing I hear is a boom. She passed out in the living room.
Oh, damn. So then you went from being like mad to having to be the loving, caring one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be so
Hurt.
difficult.
Like I had to flip that switch, and that switch hasn't been flipped in years.
You look forward to beating them.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
know.
We don't actually beat our wives, by the way.
It was actually really scary because you could tell by the way she fell, she didn't try to catch herself. Her arms were at her sides.
Right.
And so, boom, she fell. I immediately was like, oh crap, what's wrong? And I went and I grabbed her, and her eyes were like she was there but not really, and then her eyes kind of rolled back in her head, and she was still breathing, but then she just, like, it got to that point where I knew I had to call 911.
I heard about this before, yeah.
And I ended up calling 911. Ambulance came. Her blood pressure was 60/40.
I don't know what's supposed to be good, but I know that number's not good.
It's not. That's like nothing. It's like your heart is barely beating. So she got an ambulance right down to the hospital. I was actually getting over a cold or whatever at the time, so I'm hacking. My daughter was coughing, and so we get down to the hospital, and
I'm
they
guessing
didn't know
you didn't
what was
take your
going on.
daughter to school at this point.
No, she came with me. And although I should have dropped her off. Damn it. No, not really. And they're all like they got gowns and gloves all the way up to their shoulders and masks and everything, and they're
Okay,
like,
I know she's redhead, but they're not that contagious.
gingivitis, man. But it was like, whoa, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, the ambulance guys were like, we don't know what's going on, and she was puking, and before the ambulance got there, she was puking up black stuff. And it was
Damn.
like, okay. And anyways, get down there, and what ended up happening, she had to have a endoscopy
Mm.
thing where they put the camera down,
Oh,
and she had two ulcers. One of them was a bleeding ulcer that led to an artery.
oh shit.
Ulcers
Damn.
caused by taking the 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every night.
Oh my gosh.
So now she
Damn.
can't take ibuprofen.
Even
NSAIDs.
now?
Even now.
Oh,
And this was
damn.
almost 2 years ago.
So what does she do for headaches or anything?
Tylenol.
Actually, you know what? It takes a little bit, but slamming water will
yeah.
help with that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do it immediately, obviously.
No.
That's
And
messed up.
yeah, it was scary.
Yeah. It's scary what doctors do sometimes. I mean, there's great doctors, and there's some that aren't. You know, initially the one that is prescribed all this stuff is telling me, you know, I'll be on it for the rest of my life and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, man, it's gonna suck. So when I came in for them to show me how to use everything, it was a different doctor, and so I was just kind of talking to her. I'm like, look, this doc said I'm going to be on it for the rest of my life, and it was kind of cool because she kind of just did one of those. She's trying to stay professional, but she did the kind of eye rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked her, I'm like, be real with me. If I make the necessary changes, can I get off of this? And she looked at me and she said, that's up to you. So I'm like, oh, I know I can do it.
Nice.
But yeah, you know, that's one of the
It's
biggest problems in our country is too many people mask things that it's like, give me a pill so I can live my life the way I want to.
really what it boils down to is the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
You think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you want to be successful? It is the way I boil it down to.
Right.
And it's just a matter of you deciding how you want to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be at
You want
your
to be
work,
rich, you
your
screw
family
people
life,
over.
every
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, seriously, you want to be successful in whatever aspect that you choose. Work, family, whatever. Your your health. You have to make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to put in the hard work and the dedication to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what goes back to the problem of, oh, well, the government will just pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what the government is for. That's what the
No.
government is turned into,
Right.
but that's not what it's for. It's
Right.
to govern the people,
Mm-hmm.
not to feed the people. Or,
Right.
you know, and I'm not trying to bag on like WIC or food stamps or anything, because I've been on them.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to.
You were on WIC?
Yeah. We were on
Oh,
WIC for
yeah.
a while.
Never mind. I'm thinking
WIC
that was an
and
only
food
woman
stamps,
thing. I'm thinking something else.
and you know, the community health plan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were on all that, but I wanted to be successful,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to be on that. I didn't want to be suckling off the teat of the government, as Adam Carolla puts it,
Mm-hmm.
because if I knew if I got trapped in that cycle,
Mm-hmm.
I'd stay in that cycle.
Yeah, which is what most people do.
Exactly.
I have to laugh when they talk about the unemployment rate in this country as if it's a problem. It's like you realize that most of those people, I would probably say more than 50% are on it by choice now.
Mm-hmm.
And it just amazes me how people that, you know, are just starting out that work hard for their money have to pay so much to get anything, but the people who aren't working get everything free.
Yeah.
You know, it's absolutely ridiculous.
It works in the complete opposite direction that it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm. But I always compare, like I said, this can be a whole other thing, but I always compare the way healthcare should be. It would never be like this because less money, going back to previous things, but it should be like auto insurance. You should be able to go in, choose your own coverage, not choose plan A, B, or C. You should be able to say, I want coverage for this, this, and this. Because I compare it to auto insurance. If your headlight's out, do you file an insurance claim or you just
No.
go to the damn store and buy headlights? And that's the thing. If you're not feeling well, just go to the doctor's office. I mean, they would be able to charge so much less because they're not paying someone to bill it. They're not paying to have it sent to the insurance company to have them work it out and send it back.
Yeah.
They could easily get by just $30 and you're on your way.
Yeah.
That's all it would take.
Oh yeah.
Your insurance should be there for when you need, obviously,
a medical
hospitals, surgeries.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
I think that I don't know anything about the history of it, but um, I would say it's safe to assume that's how it all started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these medical bills have gotten too expensive, so here's this insurance.
Mm-hmm.
You pay X amount, and we'll pay triple that amount, whatever,
Yep.
to cover the cost of going to the hospital. And excuse me, maybe people got greedy again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well,
It's
if
all
you're going to
about
pay for
greed.
this, why don't you pay for this as well?
Absolutely. Well, and they want something for nothing. And, you know, people bitch about the cost of insurance. And I also have to laugh because, I mean, part of the reason for the insurance is going back to what we were talking about before. People have a sore thumb, they go to the doctor. I mean, it's ridiculous over the stupidest stuff. But what I love is these non-for-profit insurance companies. It's all about profit. It's how you mask it.
Yeah.
Okay? Because the big corporate people get a lot of money in their pockets. That should go to people's healthcare, in my opinion.
A lot of these non-profits make more money than a lot of the big corporations do.
It's just how you mask it. It goes into people's pockets. It goes into, you know, it goes into a side fund for those really big expenditures they can help cover. Anyway, it's just how
it's all corrupt. But
yeah,
we can bitch and bitch and bitch.
Non-profit should be for prostitution, not for profit prostitute. Vegas style.
I like it. Would you ever get a midget prostitute? Just to say you did?
I was just about to say that. Maybe. I don't know if I could go all the way.
Really?
Well,
I think I could.
If there was a way to show that I would stay clean. I mean, yeah, everyone has to do a midget at least once. I mean, everyone needs an opportunity. I mean, would you consider it cheating if you ran into some midget and you're like, and you go to your wife, you've got to do this at least once. I'll film it. I mean, I'm just saying, if I saw this little midget dude, I'd be like, you got to go there.
She can't. I will.
You really deny your wife the privilege of being with a midget. You already know you're better.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, everyone's got to experience it. That'd be funny.
What if I'm not?
Which Austin Powers is that?
It's Gold Member.
You know what I'm talking about,
Tripod?
right? Tripod. I love that. It's all the shows like I never laughed so hard in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, at the restaurant here in town, it starts with an A and ends with Bulbies.
Yeah.
There's
that would be Applebee's.
Asking if it's safe to come out. Probably should wrap up sometime soon.
Well, yeah, we're.
But yeah, it's funny because I can't help but laugh, and I have to turn away because it's like it came out. Yes, I said it. It came out and it started wiping tables. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god! I'm like, somebody trained this thing.
It's in the service industry.
It is. It's like somebody's trained this pet. Yes, midgets make the best pets. Somebody trained this pet to be able to work like a human. It's so amazing.
Okay, but here's what throws you off. I was in Safeway.
Yeah.
Oh, it was probably 8 months ago, whatever. And I saw one.
Yeah.
And it was a girl.
Is that here in town?
Yeah.
It's not unattractive, is it?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I immediately wanted to fuck it.
Boing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh. And
should I let her out if she's quiet?
Make sure you put the ball gag in.
Well, obviously.
Okay. No, I think now is a good
now's probably a good time.
Wrap it up. So,
to be continued.
I like it.
Yeah.
You didn't steal that from anybody, did you?
I'm sure somebody said it.
You know, actually, I think that would be a good one. You didn't steal that from anybody, did you?
Oh, that's a good point. I like that. All right.
I'm just saying, I'm not a genius or anything.
No, I'm not JP from Grandma's Boy.
All right.
All right.
What was it?
You didn't steal that, did you?